In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a parental control. This means you can restrict the access your children have to your computer, and you can give your kids special rights, which programs to use and which things they can do, and even which websites they can visit. So let's check that. When you set up an additional user, the first thing you need to do, let's go to System Preferences. And then you go to Users and Groups. And you see I have a user here, but I will try to make one now, but just to let you see how this works out. And I go to the plus here, and then here on top you can already choose what you want. So manage with parental controls. You can set that later as well, but you can simply check that here, and the account is restricted. And then you can set the different things you want to allow and disallow. So let's get to another user. I just use this admin user now. And then I can say, okay, enable parental controls. You see, I can also do that later. You don't have to do that when you choose that from the beginning, of course. And then click here, open parental controls, and you are in the parental panel. If you don't know, you can also go from here and choose the user. It's the same way, just the other way around. Okay, so now let's see what you can control. You can control the apps. You can say, okay, use a simple finder, and then which apps they can open and which not. So just click here and then say, okay, I don't want them to use my diary and maybe not the cloud or my program here and the book. So I can completely restrict that for what they use and what don't. And then limit applications, you can choose that, allow App Store, and then go here to the web, for example, and you can say, okay, you are allowed to access this site, this and that, but not this or that. So allow unrestricted access to website. Try to limit access to added websites automatically. Check that with a plus and minus sign. You can take things in and out. So for example, that I can mark that and then click the minus and it's gone. And okay, let's go to people. You can say if they are allowed to join the game center and play there, and you can also limit who they are allowed to email. And yeah, when you do so, you can check here and say to whom they can send and to whom not, or with whom they can message and with whom not. So you can pretty much limit anything here. Time limits. This is very interesting for weekdays and bedtime. So from school, for school nights, for example, here Sunday to Thursday, you can say, okay, from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. the computer has to be turned off, and on the weekend you can be a bit nicer. And yeah, just say, okay, limit weekdays also for 3 hours. So when they turn on the computer, for example, at 5 p.m., it turns off at 8 p.m. So you can limit that. And here are even more things you can limit. Just turn it on and off. And you can restrict pretty much all on the computer. Yeah, that's, you should check what is appropriate for you and what works best, but basically that's how you handle the parental control. And yeah, see what you can do for your kids here and protect them.